Hello beautiful, did you miss me? I missed you. I was gone last week because I was in Italy having a wonderful vacation together with a bunch of you. If you want to hear more about that, that was in Wednesday's video and the vlog is coming next week. I'm gonna put it up on Tuesday. I had the best time. I feel so energized. I feel so ready to dive into the makeup news, and I will say I have not bought any makeup. I have not bought a single makeup product, and I told you that I wanted to buy less makeup in July and August. So far I'm doing pretty good, but if you haven't been here before, this is the episode where every Friday, well, except last Friday, I come back here and I let you know about the new makeup releases that has been released, announced, and sneak peek, and I let you know how I feel about it, and then you let me know how you feel about it down in the comments. And since we're doing like catching up a little bit because now we have 2 weeks to talk about. This episode might be a smidgen longer than usual, but I think we're all going to be totally fine with that. Before I jump to the side, I did want to say that I did film this look. Actually, let me scoochie, and I can put up a picture here on the side. So let me, ooh, this chair is swiveling me into another zip code. Okay, I'm on the side. Is the microphone with us? I think we're okay. I am wearing a new release from a new brand today. And let me see, because this is the Garden Busters palette by a new brand that's called By Us Cosmetics. And this brand is actually launched by the same people that is behind Unearthly. They wanted to launch something that was a little bit more playful, and this is what the palette looks like, and this is the look that I have on today. I have different pans in here, and you can see the shimmers in here. You can probably see by the indents are a little bit more of those like putty kind of a texture. I'm in the middle of filming one of those like 4 palettes, 4 looks, because when I was away, I did get quite a lot of fun stuff in the mail. So we're definitely going to be filming, trying more makeup. I'm going to be doing some roundup reviews. We're going to do a dive into the indie makeup. And this is going to be one of the looks that's going to be in there. And this palette, it is launching on August 25th. I will put the exact time down below. It is going to be $42.90 and $42.90. Is that how you say it? $42.90, right? I am confusion. And they did give me a code, and it is per usual the code Agnieszka. I'm not 100% sure if it is affiliated or not. When I shared this palette on Instagram, I did put affiliated because I'm like better safe than sorry, but I'm not 100% sure if it is or not. But at least it's a discount code, so you can get some money off in case you're interested in trying a new brand, a new palette. And I will say, first impression, they do have those putty shimmers in here, which I like, but they're not my absolute favorite. Other than that, you can see the look is looking really good. The palette is a little thicker than I wish though. That's just something, but I love fun makeup. I love colorful makeup. I love having fun with makeup and being a little, I was gonna say carefree, but yeah, maybe carefree with makeup and just, you know, going for it. So I do appreciate a brand just going for that. I think that's really fun. Also, we need to address the Singe inspired nails, because if you did watch my video on Wednesday, you know that next week is launch week. Next week, I am gonna launch my new collection with Singe Beauty. I've been working on it for forever, and I'm gonna have the reveal, if everything goes well, fingers crossed, on Monday. So I'm so excited. I already filmed some of the B-roll, and I'm just like, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to share with you what I've been working on, and I hope that you're gonna like it. And even if you don't, I hope you're gonna be nice and kind to me. And I'm so excited. That's gonna be on Monday though, so next week is launch and reveal week. Let's see if I have any of the other things that are here, because like I said, I did get some PR in, even though I haven't bought some of it. I did get some PR in. The other thing that was released, and this is from Colourpop. If I have any codes with these brands, I'll just pop it up as it goes. And these are the new, well, they're not technically new, because I used this in, I filmed the video for next week. I think it's gonna be on Wednesday, if all things goes to plan. And I am using these new blushes. And I have all the shades here. And here's the shade that I used in the video. This is the Lip and Cheek Balm from Colourpop. And I used the one that's called Baby Bunny. I love the name. And it's like a slightly like almost muted pinky red. Really, really pretty color. And I first was very confused because I'm like, how many cream blush formulas or liquid blush formulas does a brand need? Because they have the Super Shocks, they had the balm ones, they had the liquid ones, they have the cream stick ones, and then they had those other tint ones. Like they had at least 4 or 5 different formulas. And this isn't a new formula. Remember those cream blushes that came out in not only the heart-shaped pans, but the heart-shaped compacts as well? This is the same formula. I'm just guessing that this kind of a acrylic plastic container is the container they're going to be doing for the permanent line. So I think that all of these colors are just the permanent line of colors, and I could see on the website that those that were in the heart-shaped compact were either discounted or sold out. Now I don't remember, but I looked at it yesterday, so just know that this isn't a new formula, but I think that this is what their permanent line is going to look like. I really like this color, and there was also this one. I know I'm going to save this one, so I might as well open the box. Usually when they send me a full line like this, I don't save all of them. I give them away, but I know I want to save this one too. It's called Larchmont Village. I do not know what that is, but look at this. I do like how this looks. It's almost like a, yeah, I don't know. It's almost like the lip color. It's like a little like muted reddish brown. Very intrigued in that one too. So I'm definitely keeping that one too. And yeah, I did try out these blushes, and I can tell you that they felt like those dewy balms that they have from before. They say it's a sheer buildable color, but I will say I think they're fairly pigmented from the get-go, if I'm going to be totally honest. This one I also have here in front of me. This is the new Ellis Brooklyn Dear Sky. Oh, it's right here. I still have it in the box. That's why I couldn't see it. This is the one. This is the Ellis Brooklyn Eau de Parfum, and this is the Dear Sky. And I will say, the packaging... This place is a mess. This packaging is stunning. It's like an iridescent bottle. It's like a really, really, really stunning bottle. And it has the same as it usually does from Ellis Brooklyn. I love Salt from Ellis Brooklyn. Absolute favorite scent from them is probably a press. Depends on what language it is. It is this absolutely wonderful, almost like a winter fragrance, without being spicy or Christmassy. If you're looking for something for the cooler months, look into Apres. It's beautiful. It's got like juniper. It's such a good cozy scent without being Christmassy. I think it's beautiful. This one though, it says, this is a Southwest Skies, Crystal Prisms and Radiant Energy. When they described this to me, because they asked me if I wanted to get this in PR, and I was like, yeah, thank you very much. I love perfume. I love perfume. And this is an ode to the American West, the wild souls that seem to light and blaze their own paths, a modern fruity floral. I don't know if I agree. Dear Sky sparkles with honeydew melon, strawberry leaf, white peony on galbanum. And I think this is actually inspired by Texas. This only smells white peony. White peony and tuberose. There's a little bit of sweetness in there that I guess we could say, if we're stretching it, to be honeydew melon. But honestly, this is a floral. This is a sweet floral. They're, according to me, calling this a fruity floral, I feel is a little bit off, because on the skin, on me, this just smells like white florals. So if you like that, classic white florals, fresh bouquet, that like typical classic floral scent, you might love this. I think that this is lacking something. It's lacking something, or it's just the flowers are just taking over. And it says it has bergamot essence as well. And it says it has rhubarb. And I love rhubarb because it has that fruity tart scent to it. But I cannot get any rhubarb in this scent. So if you're looking at this and you're thinking, oh my God, rhubarb, honeydew, bergamot, this is going to be fresh, this is going to be tart. This is a white florals. And I'm just saying that so that you don't get disappointed. Do not blind buy this based on notes. Smell it in store. It is available at Sephora already. Smell it in store because it is very, very floral, which is not my favorite. I don't think it's a bad fragrance. I just don't think the notes are coming out the way that they're described. And I also think if this is inspired by, because I'm pretty sure it says the brand themselves describe this as being like inspired by Texas. I don't know if I'm thinking peony. If you're gonna be like prisms and I don't know. Let me double check. This is what it says about the fragrance. Ellis, Brooklyn's founder, B. Shapiro, spent time in Texas these past few years and was inspired by the light and energy there to create Dear Sky. I just think, and again, I haven't seen all of Texas, but I don't know if like this is giving me the Wild West, if this is giving me outdoors even. It's just giving me flower shop. Nothing wrong with it. I just was surprised to smell it after reading that description in the PR notes that was sent out. Another thing that I have is the new Gourmande Girls Gourmandises. Am I saying that correctly? Christina, am I ruining this? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is the new palette that is inspired by, I think, ice creams. And this is what it looks like. I have not been able to do anything with this yet. I got this as I was in Italy and I've only opened it. And you know that I love a good mix between darker colors and pastels. And this is exactly what this palette is. And I'm loving the slim packaging. I think it's really cute. There's like ice creams on the front and all the information is on the back. And I am just very excited. It seems like there is maybe even two like holographic shimmers in here. I think that I'm gonna like this palette. I like Gourmande Girls formula and I really like the mix of some somewhat deeper colors and pastels, and I love a good pastel. You can see in my inner corner, I love using a pastel as a lid color or as a contrast color or as a blending out color or as an I love it. I love it. So I'm excited to be trying this one out. I especially love this one down here and this one up here. That one is the macaron. Love that shade. So beautiful. So I cannot wait to try this one. I'm pretty sure this one is already available and you can use a code and get some money off. And I know that they also, let me change the picture. They released the palette together with, like they did a collab with another brand, which is Ladybug Glow. Am I saying that correctly? Let me double check so I'm not lying to you. Yes, Ladybug Glow, and I think those might be available as well. I don't know if my code works on those. They also released a mascara. So check out their website and see. You can always try the code and see if it works or not. But I think that is, it's nice to see like brands like supporting each other. Because I know that Ladybug Glow is probably an even smaller brand than Gourmande Girls, and it's always nice to see, just with creators, it's always nice to see when brand owners are actually friends behind the scene, and it's not so cutthroat and it's not just me, it's a community. And we're all just trying to help each other out. Unearthly Cosmetics today released a pre-order for the new Gargoyle collection. This one is a palette. It is highlighters, lip glosses, matte liquid lipsticks, and I think these are sold individually as well, and you can buy them together in a box if I'm not totally mistaken. The palette looks really stunning. I mean, this picture here, you can only see like parts of it, but I love a good mix of like the red and the blue and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure I'm getting this palette in PR, and when I have it, we'll do something with it for sure. You know, I love Unearthly Cosmetics, and if you were interested in this, the pre-order is open. But I'm really excited to tell you that I don't know if you can buy all the things as individually or if you can buy the trios together, but at least you don't have to buy the full collection unless you actually want to. Okay, I am actually really intrigued by this one. This is the Blackberry Retinol Blemish Serum by Glow Recipe. I have been doing tretinoin for a bit, but since I went up in strength a bit, it has been, and I've been talking to a dermatologist, and she said like, yeah, that's probably what's going on. It's been triggering my eczemas, and that's what's been triggering my eczemas. When I've been using it like too many days in a row, I get eczemas, and I was talking to a dermatologist, and she was like, for some people, it just isn't the right thing. They actually need something weaker, and my skin, I've been battling with eczema on and off in my face, on my arms, on my legs, on my feet. I haven't had as much on my arms since I want to say early 20s. I haven't really had that, but I do get it in my face, I do get it on my feet and on my legs, and it is so frustrating. And she basically told me that, yeah, you're probably right, your skin just cannot do the tretinoin. So her recommendation was to just go to something that's with a lesser strength, and she said you might not even need the prescription, maybe you should just get something that you get in store. So maybe I should try this one, because Glow Recipe is a skincare brand that really works for me. Their products work on my skin. I never have any reactions. They always do wonders for my skin. So I think that actually I'm gonna give this one a try instead, and hope that I don't get more eczema, because I haven't now been using tretinoin for a bit because the eczema came back and it was so painful. And then I started thinking all these times that I've been getting eczema has been when I've been trying to, like, the eczema is gone and then I'm back on the tretinoin, and then the eczema comes and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm putting 2 and 2 together here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be trying this one instead, because I mean, clear skin is all fine and dandy, but I'm not sacrificing that for eczema. Absolutely not. But this one is coming in September. I think I'm gonna try it. I think a lot of people are super excited about this one. This is the Patrick Ta foundation, and this is a liquid foundation. And I am not even a little bit surprised that he's releasing this. He did have like a cream, like in a pan, like a cake foundation. Was that last year? I feel like that was last year. And I remember absolutely hating that foundation. It was probably the worst foundation I've ever worn in my entire life. It balled up on my skin, it separated, it just slid around on my skin. After just a couple of hours, it looked like skin porridge. It was just such a bad foundation on my skin. I have combo oily skin. I do have a friend, Kelly, K Bella Beauty, who has dry skin that absolutely loved that foundation, and she used the entire thing up. And she also lives in Texas, so we know that the climate is pretty similar. So I'm intrigued to try this one out. I don't know if we have any information. It says luminous skin perfecting, and I'm just like, I feel like the other one was so greasy on me. It was so bad. It was really just an awful foundation on me. I could not get it out of my collection quick enough. So I am intrigued to try this one out, but I really am hoping that this is a foundation that actually is wearable and not just a foundation that looks good on a shoot for most people, because I know that I was not the only person who did not like that foundation. So I'm excited to see what this is. I will probably try it out. I feel like Patrick Ta is one of those brands that is so hyped and loved, but the only thing that I really love from the brand is their brow gel. Another foundation that is coming, and I really want to try this one too, and this is from Huda Beauty, and this is the Easy Blur Natural Airbrush Foundation, and there's also separate primer. This one is a lightweight, medium to buildable coverage foundation that's non-comedogenic and ultra blurring for an airbrushed finish. It's got niacinamide and silica in it, so I think that this is going to be great for anyone that has texture skin, anyone that has oily combo skin, and I am just like, I'm intrigued to try this one out. I do not have texture skin, but I definitely have an oily T-zone, and I am just, oh, and the primer controls oil, blurs pores. Do I need to try both? This is launching on the 1st of September, and I might be intrigued by this one. I wonder what shade I would be. Latte maybe? Not 100% sure. I'm gonna have to look into the shades, but I'm intrigued. I think I want to try this. So many people sent this one to me and tagged me, and we're so excited, and I totally get it. But Dolly Parton is releasing makeup. I feel like, honestly, Dolly Parton, we should have had her for president. She just seems like such a sweet person. And now she's releasing a makeup line, and she's starting with lipsticks. These are the Heaven's Kiss lipsticks in 4 different shades, and they are named after different songs. So it's Jolene Red, Honey Plum, Rosebud, and Birthday Suit. These are going to be $20 each, which is a fairly decent price for the very elaborate, like, packaging that it is, and it's like such a Dolly Parton rhinestone packaging. It is going to be available August 22nd on their own website. I will find that and I'll put it down below. I think this is really cute. Do I need a lipstick in these colors? Not really, but I am intrigued to see this line come to fruition. I was talking to my friends the other day and I was saying there's been very few bronzer releases this year. Maybe this wasn't the year of bronzers. And just as I said that, the Dominique Cosmetics new cream bronzers were announced. These come in 6 different shades. They are, you know what, maybe they're actually launching the day that you're seeing this, on Friday the 16th. And I think the shades look pretty decent. I don't know what I would be. Probably the golden tan would probably be my shade number 2. I think that's me. I'm not gonna pick this up myself, and it is because I'm trying to buy less makeup, because I have so much, I'm even looking here in front of me. I have so much makeup that I love. And it's not that I don't have new makeup to try, because makeup comes into my life. I'm very lucky that a lot of brands that I love send me PR. But if there is something that I really want to try from a brand that I'm really intrigued by, I'll buy it. But I just need to make sure that I'm just not buying everything that catches my eye. One thing that I actually do want to try, which is not the cream bronzer by Dominique Cosmetics, I want to try the bronzer by ILIA. I kind of want to see that one in store. Maybe I can convince my husband to go to Sephora. We can like have a peek at that one, because I kind of want to try that bronzer, because I think that's a glowy powder bronzer. Am I mistaken? Have you tried it? Give me the tea. Juvias Place is the last brand on earth that is releasing a pH changing lip gloss. Good for you. You're a little late, but good for you. It is $15. It's just a blue that turns into pink. I feel like we moved on, but there you go. I love a good pressed powder for under my eyes. And this is Tower 28 that is coming out with the GetSet Blur and Set. These names are getting me. I'm like, what is the name of this one? I think it comes in 4 different shades. There is one that is like a slight yellowy shade, and I'm like, that's nice. Ooh, it says it has hydrophobic silica in it. Maybe this is a T-zone powder. $28 each. I think it has launched this week. You know what? I think I will try this one. I do get some PR from Tower 28, and if this one shows up, I mean, even if it doesn't show up in PR, I think I'll try it. Maybe let me put it like that. But yeah. So maybe a new powder for the T-zone. That could be nice. Urban Decay is releasing a new eyeshadow palette, and this is the City Space Cowboy Star palette, and I think this is really fun. I personally don't need a palette like this, but I think that this is exactly what Urban Decay needs to release, because Space Cowboy has been so popular. Neutrals are very in right now, and we're starting to work our way more into like visible makeup again, and I feel like this could be the bridge for people who have only been doing that like glitter shadow on the lid. This could be the bridge for them to go into more like visible makeup, because this one has 6 different shades. Seems to be some mattes. It seems to be some of the more sparkly ones. This isn't something I need or want because it's very neutral, but for the brand, I don't think it's like a bad release. I think the Naked palette was like, I mean, I don't want the original Naked palette, the one they released just before as I went to Italy. But I think that like the nostalgia probably got the better, like upper hand of some people. Did you buy the original Naked now that it's released again? Do you regret it? Are you happy to have it again? Is it everything you dreamt of, or did you get it and now realize that like formulas have come so far since then? I would love to hear your thoughts. I haven't watched a single review on it because I've been traveling. So give me the tea. What's your thought about the Naked palette coming back? Ooh, we need to talk about the fact that Blackberry Cosmetics is doing a new collab, and this is with Tash Reed, which is Donnie Dark Witch on Instagram, and it says Lil Miss She Never Misses, and I did not follow her from before, but let me follow her now because her makeup is really, really stunning. And they are doing a collab together. And this is the sneak peek that they have given us so far. And it's like them covering up parts of the palette and showing us some of the shimmer shades in the middle. I think they look really, really pretty. I don't have this palette. I have no idea what this is going to be. But per usual, Blackberry does like really, really great quality. And I'm so excited to see her collab with people and letting people bring in their own vision. I do hope though that this isn't a rainbow palette. I'm just saying that that's what I'm hoping for. You can probably use my code if you want to pick this one up. I don't know. Due to some technical issues on set, our supporting characters will arrive soon. For now, enjoy this amuse bouche. Okay, I guess it's coming soon. Maybe the shipment has been held in customs or something. You never know with these things, but I'm excited to see what this is going to be all about because it's another collab and it's with someone who does dramatic makeup, and I'm just like, I'm ready. Speaking of ILIA, ILIA is actually coming to Ulta, and I find it always very interesting when I see brands like brand coming to Ulta, brand coming to Sephora, and I always ask you in the audience, people watching this right now, what brand is leaving? Because there's only so much space. There's only so much space. What brand is leaving? Do you have an inside scoop? Do you want to share with the classroom? What brand is currently leaving? Because someone has to leave a little space. And I want to know. Oh, I forgot to talk about this one. This release has been really hyped, and I don't know if it's been hyped for the right reasons. And this is the Fenty Cheeks Suede Powder Blushes by Fenty Beauty. And a lot of people have been swatching these blushes on their cheeks, especially brown and black creators, and saying that most of these shades don't work on their skin tone. And while I do think that it is important that you have shades for every skin tone, and sometimes not everything works for everyone, I think Fenty has a reputation of making makeup that is especially flattering on melanated skin, and I think that people maybe got a little upset because they realized that some of these funky colors just didn't look like good on a brown or black skin. I personally think that a cool tone purple blush there's very few people that will probably like get away with that unless you want it to look like super obvious on your skin. And just looking at this shade range here, I can tell you that I do find it weird. There's only like one shade that is somewhat dark, which I mean, I guess would be fine if there's fewer shades, but there's 8 shades and it is a brand owned by Rihanna. So I get where the criticism is coming for, and I definitely think that there could have been 1 or 2 more shades meant for a darker skin tone. But also when I am zooming in, I see that there's a black model wearing the Drama Class, which is the purple blush, and it is very obvious on her, and maybe she has a cooler undertone and that's why she's like getting away with it easier. Honestly, I don't know. I can say myself, I didn't pick up any of these blushes because the only 2 blushes that have a more luminous finish is the pink and the purple, and I didn't want any of those. Ooh, something that is being revealed, I'm pretty sure tomorrow, is the new palette by Nomad Cosmetics. As you're seeing this, they might have shown the cover. I'm not 100% sure because I know that they revealed their destination on Friday and then they reveal the palette on Saturday, and then it usually goes on sale on Tuesday. That's how it usually is. You can use my code and get some money off. I have filmed a look with this, but I am not going to do a dedicated video on this palette. I actually have my friend Kelly, I mentioned before, Cava Beauty, coming to visit me this weekend. So I'm going to be hanging out with her and not filming and working. But I did film like a get ready with me, trying some new makeup that I'm going to have hopefully next week. And there I did do a look with this palette. And I can tell you right now, I am absolutely blown away. I think this is my new Nomad Cosmetics, like my favorite palette from the brand. I opened it, the packaging is exquisite, and then I opened it and my initial reaction was, it is very nice. I like it a lot. So yeah, keep your eyes open for that one. I'm sure there's going to be some videos on Saturday showcasing the palettes. Ooh, I had to take a little bit of a break for a nosebleed. That was fun. It is wild times out here. Let me tell you, wild times. Charlotte Tilbury is releasing an eyeshadow palette. This is the, of course, Pillow Talk. I don't know, maybe she can afford to copyright more things, but this is the Pillow Talk Love Eye Effect palette. It's a 9-pan palette, and I do love a red and pink. I really do, and I love the idea of having red and pink together. I think the packaging is really cute too. I already have red and pink that is more dramatic than this is, but maybe if you love Charlotte Tilbury's quality of eyeshadow, maybe this is perfect. I just look at this and I'm like, there's not enough drama, there's not enough contrast, and I do love the red and pink, but if I could choose, I would just have that as a duo. So for me, I am gonna skip this one. It's coming soon, but I'm skipping. There's a new fragrance coming from Byredo, and this is the Desert Dawn. Lots of desert things going on. And this is a celebration of nature's creative juxtaposition. Desert Dawn is a universal take on the woody olfactive family. I don't really know what that is, but this has cardamom, rose petals, sandalwood, carrot seeds, cedarwood, papyrus, silk, musk, and vetiver. This sounds, again, on paper like something I would like. And I have one of the Byredo scents, and it is such an expensive scent. I got it as a Christmas gift from my husband. I have Pulp. It is such a good, interesting, unisex, fruity scent that is just, I love it. It is a unisex fruity scent, and I love unisex fruity scents. It's absolutely amazing. If you've never smelled Pulp, maybe you should. So in theory, I love when scents have papyrus, cardamom, vetiver in them, and I'm just like, the big question is, will the musk take over? Will the rose take over? Those are two things that I like when they're sprinkled in, but I don't like when they're like, you know, taking over. And it's also $320, which is not blind buy territory for me. So I'm definitely going to be sniffing this one. Maybe I'll love it. I think they do have a smaller size as well. I think the 320 is like the big kahuna. Maybe we don't need that. Oh my god, am I bleeding again? No, okay, I'm good. So I am intrigued, but definitely not blind buying. Paco Rabanne is releasing more things. I'm still waiting for that foundation to come. Did it come, by the way? Because Paco Rabanne is releasing concealer too. And I wanted to try them because they were releasing a foundation. I was like, this is the time, this is the time. But I haven't seen it. Oh, the foundation is there. Oh, the foundation is there. But now I want to wait for these two. Okay. So Rabanne is releasing this concealer, which looks really fun. This has caffeine, hyaluronic acid, and avocado oil. It is already available at Selfridges, but I'm sure it's going to come to Ulta too. And then they're also releasing like a cheek duo, and these seem super fun. I think these are cream, and there are 5 different color stories, and I think it's time. I think it's time for full face of Rabanne. When these launch at Ulta, we're gonna do a full face of Rabanne. If you have any favorites, let me know, because I think it's time. Here's another fragrance. When I saw this one, I was like, are we taking this whole trend of like gourmand scents a little bit too far? And this is the fragrance Need for Auntie Anne's pretzel lovers. This is actually like the pretzel Auntie Anne's. I feel like I'm bleeding. Maybe I need to go in and fix the situation. They are doing a fragrance. Like, this is actually Auntie Anne's, and they're doing a... Each spritz evokes the experience of passing an Auntie Anne store, inhaling the nostalgic aroma of their pretzels. You know, I always say I want to look like a snack. I don't want to smell like a snack. I most definitely do not want to smell like a pretzel. If you give me a choice of, oh, you want to smell like B.O. or do you want to smell like a chocolate cupcake? I will pick the chocolate cupcake. But pretzel? I love a good pretzel, but I don't want to smell like a pretzel. Like a doughy, salty pretzel? I don't get it. I don't... If you love gourmand scents, are you feeling this? Because I'm just like, when does this stop? Where are we going next? Like, what is going to be the next one? Like a chicken curry? Oh my god. Please do not give us that. Did I give anyone bad ideas? Forget you heard this. Please don't. We have another fragrance. We've talked about this before, and this is from Fleur, and this is Strawberry Letter. And this one is also a fruity floral. They only had this on their own website, but it is now available at Sephora. This is also a fragrance that I really want to sniff, because I have heard that this is also very heavy on the floral and not so much on the fruity. Again, I love a fruity scent. One of my favorite types of scents are unisex or masculine fruity scents. I absolutely love that. I also love really green, grassy, tomato vines. Like, you have like a big flower bouquet and just cut off the flowers and keep the stems. very Morticia Adams. I love those kind of scents. And I also love petrichor and water and like salt, but not pretzel. You keep the dough. No. I don't want the pretzel. There's a bunch of scents and spicy scents that are not too overly gourmand or too overly like musky. There's so many different scents that I like. And I've realized, talking to people who are very into scents, that my preferred scents are not very popular. Which is why I could never have a scent channel, because nobody would like my picks. But I've heard that the strawberry perfume smells more of flowers than it does of strawberry. So this is one that I'm very intrigued to try. And it is available on the Sephora website. I also hope they have it in store. Oh my god, even more scents. I'm telling you, 2024, everybody's releasing fragrances all the time. Ariana Grande is releasing her new fragrance, and this is Love Notes Vanilla Suede. I do love the smell of suede if it's not too overly smoky. This one is Italian bergamot, creamy sandalwood, rice milk, vanilla beans, and liquid musks. I don't know why it's called vanilla suede, because I don't see suede in here, but maybe it gives that kind of a feeling when you smell it. I have not personally, because I'm not into sweet scents and I am not into sugary scents and I'm not into gourmand scents, I have not liked any of the Ariana Grande perfumes for that reason. They're too overly sweet for me. People love them and I actually really like them on others. It's just not something that I would pick for myself. So I have very little hope that I'm gonna like this as well. But if you love the Ariana Grande scents, there's a new one coming. Tarte has not given up on their clicky sticks and they're releasing even more shades of their very popular formulas, and they're releasing 13 new shades of the Maracuja Juicy Lip Balm. And these are so many different new shades, and I have said, and you're gonna have to keep me accountable, no more clicky ones. No more clicky lipsticks. I have realized that it's not my preferred method. The only ones I actually truly use are the pH changing non-milky ones from Tarte. Those I really like because they are not as goopy and they don't turn milky on the lips. And they've also released 5 new shades of their Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump instead. And these are really cute shades, honestly. Black Cherry, Begonia, Forget Me Not, Pink Champagne, and Coral Pink. And that black cherry looks really beautiful. But keep me accountable. No more clicky sticks. Half Magic has released some eyeshadow crayons, which I think is very interesting. We had a big boom of eyeshadow crayons. I want to say, was it last year or the beginning of this year? Time flies. It could have been like 2019. I have no idea. But it's 6 different shades and they're all cool tone shades according to the brand. $24 each, and these are available at Ulta, Mecca Beauty, and beautybay.com. These are not for me. I already know these are not for me. I've been trying out those new duochromes from Colourpop. I brought them with me to Italy, and I can tell you that I'm a little underwhelmed by those. They're not exactly what I was hoping they were gonna be. I'm just saying that straight out of the gate. I don't think that those are as good as the ones that they released before, especially the matte ones. These I feel are a little weaker. So these from like Half Magic, I know a bunch of people look at these and they're like perfect. Like my friend Samantha, she loves shadow sticks. It's not my preferred method, so I'm gonna leave this to others. This I am very, very intrigued by. This is from NYX Cosmetics, and this is the Epid Ink Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner in new shades. And there's a bunch of different just beiges and browns, and I have been more into a brown eyeliner. I've been more into eyeliners lately, and I'm thinking I might pick this up. They're $10 each, and I might pick up 2 of them. I don't necessarily use like, I can use a brown eyeliner with a more neutral look. I've been trying to get more, this past couple of years, I've been trying to get more into neutrals because I want to love everything. And I've been appreciating neutrals a bit more. And I will say, I appreciate neutrals the most when they're dramatic, and a liner really helps with that. But I will also say that there sometimes are more colorful looks where a brown liner just works better, especially if you're doing something like yellow. A brown liner is super pretty, because if you do a black liner with a yellow eye look, it can very easily go bumblebee, which might be cute, but maybe not always what you're looking for. So I think I might try out one of these liners actually. There's also been a new brow product from Glossier, and this is the Boy Brow Arch. So this is a pomade pencil and then a spoolie. I wouldn't mind trying this, honestly. I went through a eyebrow pencil and right now I'm using another one that is slightly too creamy for my liking, so I wouldn't be against trying a new kind of brow pencil. And I usually use a blonde pencil, and then I use like one of those NYX and I flick in some brow hairs in the beginning. And I like keeping my brows lighter, and I see that they have a bunch of like blonde shades here, so this might be one that I swatch in store, and if it seems like they have a good shade for me, I might try it. I tried Profusion for the first time not too long ago on my channel. I tried the Ninja Turtles collection, and now they are doing a Halloween Peanuts collection, the Profusion and Peanuts Halloween collection. And this one has already been spotted in different places, and I don't think they're available online anymore, but I'm pretty sure you can find these at Walmart. You can always like just check around a bit. I'm sure the quality is going to be nice. I'm not going to be picking this one up because I'm in a very stressful time right now, and I'm trying, like I said, to buy as little as possible and just kind of enjoy the things that are coming into my life a little bit more. But I really enjoyed the quality of the palette that I tried. So if you're finding this in store and you think the palette looks nice, I'm sure the quality is going to be just as good. Ooh, this one I actually have too. I forgot to show you. And this is new from Clarins, and they are releasing 2 more shades of their lip oils. And these are shimmery versions. I just got these. They were in the mail when I got back from Rome, and I haven't tried them. I think I'm gonna give the clear one away. Ooh, this one smells like blackberries, but I'm gonna save this one. It's like black, like a black and purple, and there is some shimmer to it. I'm gonna give the clear away because clear shimmery one, it's not usually the one that I go for, but I will say Clarins lip oils are phenomenal. I've used up more than half of the red one in cherry. It goes with me everywhere. I brought it to Italy as well. I think it is absolutely stunning. So I'm excited to have that blackened purple one to try out. And the packaging, I mean, look at this checkered packaging. It's like frosted on the packaging. It's really beautiful. And I saw that these are available already, so these will also be linked down below. Let's end with something that I actually saw on my stories as it happened. And I also see here that Makeup on Your Radar is reporting about it as well. And it says that there is a new sneak peek from Hindash and Hindash Cosmetics. I have not seen them release anything in a really long time, but I also know that sometimes things just take so much longer than you think, and sometimes a hiccup or something that needs to be changed, or maybe a sample that needs to be revisited another time, it can push a launch by months. And it is what it is. If you're a perfectionist, launches take a really long time. So he says, and he said this on his stories, I know I've been away, but I've been shooting for the upcoming campaign and I cannot wait to show you the new launch. So finally he's launching something new. I don't think that he's launched anything for a year. And apparently also he is restocking some things. So I think I just think that that is really cool, and I wonder what is coming. And of course, we'll talk about it once I know more, but I'm just excited to see that this brand is not disappearing, because I really think that he has something to bring to the community, and I love the way that he does makeup on others. Even though it's not necessarily my aesthetic, it doesn't mean that I can't appreciate how absolutely talented someone is. And I think that was everything. Let me scooch back to the middle. I hope you have an amazing, amazing weekend. I cannot believe that I finally get to show you what I've been working on for so long on Monday, and I hope you'll enjoy the video. And like I said, even if you never buy anything from my brand, just watching the videos, liking them, leaving a supportive comment, maybe sharing it with your friends on your social media, that's also support. You don't always have to support someone monetarily to support them and to support their visions, their dreams, and their ventures. But I hope you have an amazing, amazing weekend, and I will see you again on Monday for a Cinch Beauty reveal.